Hey everybody, this is Kyle Altair here, and thank you guys for bearing with me because I had to move into my new place and been dealing with a whole bunch of issues because of it. But now I'm in my new place, and now I should be able to do my videos and not take 3, 4, 5 weeks in order to post a new video. So thanks guys for your patience. I really do appreciate it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the unfortunate mess of the weather. This is going to tie into the ant project that I'm doing and the start of a new project. So for a while, since I made that USDA video, I have been waiting to get the permit. But the issue is that the weather, it's sub-freezing or actually freezing depending on the day, which means that even if I got the permit and were able to order the ants, I couldn't get them because there's a higher likelihood because of where I live that they'd freeze to death immediately. Along with that, the captured colony project has to wait because it's still extremely cold. It was warm for a few days and then it went frigid. I mean, 4 to 5 inches of snow like that. So for now, I'm going to have to put the project on hold until the weather decides to cooperate. But that doesn't mean that's the end of the ant project. It's just a pause for right now. It's just being postponed until there's warmer weather so I can do the capture colony and so that I can order the ants upon me getting the permit, which at this point, it looks like I will be getting it. So it just takes a little while because, it's the USDA. They tend to take long on everything because it's the government. But at this point, just wait. I'll give it a few weeks, a month or so, and then we should definitely be able to continue on with that project. So that's postponed. However, I will be starting a new project because of that one being postponed, and that one will be dealing with gardening. Now, I started doing videos on gardening last year sometime, I believe, or 2 years ago. I don't really recall. And I noticed that there were quite a few people who seemed to be interested, especially in my video talking about the mechanical timer for having your grow lights and whatnot. So because of that, I decided, if I can't do the ant project because I have to wait because it's too cold, I could just do indoor gardening. So I decided I'd just go ahead with it. So without further ado, I'm going to be showing you all the materials that you guys will need. All the materials that I am going to need for my gardening project, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the floor. Alrighty guys, so here we have all the materials that I'm going to be using for my gardening project. So here you're going to see I'm going to be growing two sets actually of green beans. One is Ejote Silvestre and the other one is, they're both Ejote Silvestre. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But I'm getting two sets of these I'm going to be growing. I'm going to be growing carrots and cabbage. And I'm also going to be growing some summer squash and some Elysium. So there's summer squash and the Elysium. The squash, I know it sounds weird, why are you growing squash indoors? I actually did grow squash in a container before, and I actually got a lot of fruit from it. I wasn't growing it to eat. I just wanted the seeds for it so I can keep growing it. Back when I was younger, it was a very long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when I got into gardening. Actually, it was longer ago when I got into gardening, but not when I was growing squash. And it was amazing because I honestly didn't think I could do it because I had limited funds and all that whatnot. But I was able to do it. So now that I have money, have a job, and can buy these materials without any issue, I might as well grow it, especially because I have more things to buy, such as good soil and whatnot. But without getting too deep into it, I'm also going to be using rail system that it's going to mount to the wall. And I'm going to have this, make sure it's secure. Obviously, when I mount this, I'm going to have a hammer to tap it down. So, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I'm careful with it. Okay, so just put it in. You would use a mallet or something. Because actually, now that I look at it, there is a space, so you would have to use hammer to get it down, but of course it requires more force than I'm able to exert. But this does secure. If you look really closely, you can see there's a slight angle to it, and that's what keeps it like that. So you need a hammer to force it through that little small angle, and then force it in. So just for imagination purposes, now that I look at it closely, I can see I don't have the strength for it. So like I said, use a hammer or a mallet. I'm going to put this on here, put this board that you see here, put it on top, get one of these planters, put it on like on top of here. So that's going to be the idea. And I got the rail system, these, and here's the wall mount for it. I got this from Home Depot. The rest of the stuff, I got this from Walmart, the planters from Walmart, the seeds from Walmart, the soil from Walmart, the topsoil from Ace, and these three I got off Amazon. Oh, and I also got, I believe I got this from Home Depot as well. And it didn't cost a whole lot, but of course, you know, it depends on your budget. You want to factor that in and make sure you're not spending too much money. So I'm going to have this stuff. I'm going to have these planters, of course, which are going to contain them. If you look at the back of these burpees, you can actually see on the back, it tells you, if you look really close, it says, right here, it says for a 12-inch container equals 1 plant. So I can only put one squash seed in here. However, when you get into, which one has the most? This one. So if you look at these container safe, because it has a little thing right here, so container safe, 12-inch. If you have 12-inch container, which will be right here, you can put in 12 plants. So 12 carrot plants can go into one of these containers. Now these are 10 inches, and these are 12. But I thought, what's the difference? It's 2 inches, honestly, so I just got the 10 inches. And I'm also going to have a timer. This one is a digital timer, not a mechanical one. This is a digital 7-day timer, which I will have a tutorial for. Grow lights, which you're always going to need. And I have these cords, which I don't really need a tutorial for, but these are 12 feet long. And that's so I can have them sprawled across above, depending on the position, above these boards, so it'll hang the grow light, not the glow light, and it'll be able to light the planters and the plants themselves. I'm also having potting mix. As far as potting mix is concerned, I just got the one from Walmart that was $5 for, was it 1 cubic foot? So I got 2 of them. I'm probably going to need more now that I think about it, but I'm also going to get some rocks as well when I'm able to, which I'll probably order off Amazon. I'm also going to be buying strawberries as well, because I grew some strawberries before, and it turned out pretty nice. The only issue was I was having an infestation, which required me to stop the gardening project, but I now have a way to go ahead and garden indoors without having to worry about an outbreak of just little small garden flies everywhere. It was maddening. But the topsoil I'm going to be using for composting, which will be in here. I had a video before about anaerobic composting, and yeah, it was really good, but I like to speed it up by using aerobic composting, since that tends to be quicker. Anaerobic composting, which is composting without the presence of oxygen, it's really slow. It's a lot slower in comparison with aerobic composting, which is when you're composting using air. And I actually have a way to deliver that air in here as well as heat it up to make the whole compost process quicker without causing a fire hazard, which I will be talking about in the next video. So this is all the stuff that I have, and I also have a container that I forgot to get. An oven-safe container is what you will also need. So if you're going to do indoor gardening like I am, and if you want to do it exactly like how I did, you're going to need your railing system, your boards, and everything that goes with it, such as these and the mounting brackets. You're going to have your planters, your potting mix, and your topsoil. The topsoil, it's just crappy soil, normal crappy soil, so that I can either A, combine it with the potting mix just to give it, just to have it give more of it, and kind of space it out, spread it out, because I have 3 containers of the topsoil and 2 containers of the potting mix, which I could just buy more, but I'm not. And make sure you have your timer, your grow lights, as well as your 12-inch lights, which I will be providing a link to all of this in the description. So just give me a week or so, and I'll get this set up, and that'll be everything. Then we'll go ahead and knock this project out the park. I'm also going to have little extra tidbits later in future videos that I'm excited to talk about. Just look for my video series. It's going to be talking about how to set up your watering so it waters your garden automatically. If you guys have been looking at my ant videos, you kind of know what I'm talking about, but I'll get to it later, so just be patient. But anyway, thanks you guys for watching this video. I know it's been a while. Thank you for being very patient with me. I was thinking about you guys the whole time, but I was really busy and I had other stuff that I really needed to get done. So thanks for understanding. Like, it really does mean a lot. I also have a new blog that I'm getting set up. It's beginning right now, but I just want you guys, if you want to go check it out. The blog is going to be Kite Rambles About. I'll have the link in the description, and what it's going to be talking about is the same thing as my videos. However, it's going to go in more depth. So first, before I start talking about that in detail, let's go ahead and switch back to the chair, and we can talk about it from there. So let's go. Hey guys, we are now back in the comfy chair. So my blog is called Kite Rambles About, and it's like I said before when we were on the floor, that it's going to be a blog that's going to talk about the same thing that I talk about in my videos. However, it's not going to be point for point, like basically a Word document that says exactly or near the same as what I did and what I do in the videos. But it's going to go in greater depth of it and talk about the same different things I talk about, like, you know, religion, gardening, ant projects, or just information in general. It's going to be primarily hobby stuff, but it's also going to get into, you know, spiritual side and whatnot, like I'm going to do in my videos. I'm going to have separate categories that talks about it. So if you're into the hobby side and you don't, like, let's say you care about the gardening, but you don't really care about the ants, it's going to have, you know, a way so you can search and look for just those topics, you know. So if you're into ants and not gardening, you can look at it as like, oh, I'm going to look at all your gardening stuff. If you care about the religious side, I like to read your blogs about the religious stuff, or ants, or other hobby stuff like, you know, fishing and all other stuff that I'm planning to get into later on in future videos. So it's not going to be something where, you know, everything is kind of thrown in your face. You can search through it so that you pick what you're interested in. And I'm going to make sure that if I start talking about a topic, that I go in depth, or as in depth as I possibly can. And it's going to be, as I learn, you learn in the videos, but in the actual blog itself, Kite Rambles About, it's going to be more, you know, it's going to be like step for step, like different things that you need to know before you start getting involved in any type of project. So I don't have a set schedule for it. Like, I used to have a set schedule for my videos, but with everything going on right now, with, you know, how I am with my family and with work and a whole bunch of different personal things, I'm gonna try and post as much as I can as soon as I can. But it's not going to be a huge lull like it has been in the past. It's going to be like maybe once every 2 weeks or so. But still, look at my video, subscribe, like, and hit the little bell icon that they have now, so you don't miss my videos. Because apparently you got to click the bell if you want to get my videos and be notified about it. But without further ado, please, if you want to, you don't have to. Look at the blog, like, share, subscribe this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And look forward to doing this project, because I have been waiting so long to get this stuff done, to get to this this part in my life or whatnot, that I am really excited. Because when I was a kid, I always used to look forward to being able to garden like full scale how I would like to. So forward to next week, and I'll get everything set up, you guys. So really excited, and I'm really hoping you guys will enjoy it as much as I will. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.